kit 068. Okay, we are doing it on an oval board. This is the mesh. I've already cut my mesh. Now, right after this live, I will be uploading 2 videos. One video on how I cut my mesh with just my cutting mat and rotary cutter, and how I cut my mesh for those newbies that don't have all the fancy equipment. That's okay, we got you. In your kit, you will get a fabric measuring tape, okay, a pink one, of course, and a couple glue dots. And I show you on a really short video, I think it's like 3 minutes long, how you cut your mesh just using the fabric ruler and scissors, okay? So in the kit, you get this fabulous natural jute snowdrift mesh. Isn't that great? Alrighty. So I will go through how many I cut of these, but you get this mesh. You get this fabulous sign. It is a metal sign. It says gingerbread, spice, and everything nice. Let me zoom down so you guys can see everything a little bit closer. Okay, I'm gonna snip off this jute rope. Now you can keep the jute rope on and hang it from the jute rope in the middle of your wreath if you want. I'm not. I'm gonna attach it with pipe cleaners. So this wreath I am doing, this is just a suggestion, okay? There's a whole bunch of supplies here. You can make your wreath however you like, okay? I wanna reiterate that. On our YouTube channel, you would just go under the oval board, okay? The playlists are broken down under wreath kits. You'll find this wreath that I'm going to be making, but you can also go under oval boards and see some of the previous wreaths I've done on oval boards and find out if there's, a design I've done on the oval board that you like better. And you can adapt this kit to that tutorial, okay? It's all up to you. I just put the stuff together for you, I got a pretty good eye of putting things together. So that's why I make the kits for you guys, because I do have tend to have a really good eye, and these were made with myself and Michelle from Monkey's Creations. So we came up with all these kits together for fall, winter of 2023. So there was 2 fabulous minds working on these kits, my friends. So they are absolutely fabulous. So you get the tin sign. You also, look how cute. These picks, they are stuffed. Let's take the tags off. You do get both of them. You get the boy and you get the girl. We're going to clip off our tags, and they're really cute. They match the sign with the polka dots and everything. Okay, I just kind of placed things on my oval board of where I was thinking of placing stuff. Okay, then you also get this. Look how perfect this is. This is a 1.5 roll of candy ribbon. Okay, it does have snowdrift on the edge, and the candies are sparkled. Hopefully you can see that, but you'll be able to see that the candies on the ribbon match the candies on the sign. So there's that. And then you get a 2.5. Oh, you guys are all at Michelle's house. Put me on the big screen. Put me on the big screen. I want to be famous. And then you get a 2.5-inch roll of this red and white Swiss dot. Obviously, matches the sign, matches the little snow gingy or the gingy skirt. All right, so that is your ribbons. You also get 3 of these tube ball picks. I love adding these to the wreath because it just makes the wreath even more fun. And we're gonna put these in the middle of some funky bows. We're gonna do some funky bows, and we're gonna put these right in the middle of them. So I am thinking of having my 2 gingies up here, 1 funky bow right there. I'm thinking of having my sign, a little kitty corner, and 2 funky bows at the bottom, again with these in the center. I think it's gonna be fab. Well, cross your fingers. And that is the outline of how I'm planning to do my wreath, okay? So that's the one thing if I can't give you any advice, the one advice I would give you is try and plan out basically what you have in your head before you start. It'll give you a little bit of an idea, and making sure that you're going to have enough supplies to create what you do have in your head, okay? We have plenty of supplies, but sometimes, you know, when you're making something, you only have maybe a half a roll of ribbon and you're not sure if you're going to have enough. So doing a little bit of planning, it just helps you not be so, you know, all over the place, which I normally am, even though I'm trying to be as organized as possible. Never happens. It's just me. Anyways, okay, and then we got like I said, we got your measuring tape, your glue dots. You have a card in here that will take you, you scan it, and it'll take you right over to the all the wreath kit tutorials. And you also get a bag of Chanel stems and or pipe cleaners, the natural color. Okay, so we're just gonna put all this stuff to the side because we're gonna start building our base of our wreath first. Okay. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take out, now I don't know if you guys know, most people probably rip or cut the top of the Chanel bags off up here. Just a little fun fact, that at the bottom, it is a resealable bag. So you can open the bottom, pull out as many pipe cleaners as you need. We're gonna be using 10 right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we're also gonna be using 3 for a bow. So I'm gonna put those over to the side. And then the rest of these are for another project. Oh, I actually need 1 for a hanger too. Hold on. So 3 for a bow, 1 for a hanger. So you have about a half a package of these left. There is 40, you get 40 Chanel stems in a pack. Alrighty, and then you just seal it back up. I know there's some of you out there that didn't know that it was a resealable bag. I know it because someone told me. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is, first thing I'm gonna start is right at the top of the oval board. You'll see 2 holes, and then you'll see a number 1 and a number 2. This is where we're gonna start, okay? I am going to put a pipe cleaner right at the top hole, hole number 1, and then I'm gonna bring the bottom of it up through hole 1.5, okay? We're gonna skip a row, and this is why you only need 10, because we're not using every single hole. We're gonna skip a row and do 1 to 1.5, skip a row, holes 1 to 1.5, all the way around, which is going to use the 10 10 pipe cleaners that we pulled out. Hey, Kelly, are you guys home? You still haven't made anything, Amy? Actually, the oval board's one of my favorites. It makes a beautiful size wreath. All right, so get these pipe cleaners on. And then the mesh, I cut 10 pieces of mesh at 34 inches. 3, 4. And like I said, I have 2 videos on how to cut your mesh with your cutting mat and how to cut your mesh with the fabric ruler and scissors. So whatever you will be using, you can just jump over to either of those 2 videos and you'll see how easy it is. So we are cutting 34 inches. I know it's very long, but that is okay. So we got a big old long piece. There's 10 of them. You will have a little bit left over because if you do divide 10 into 360, it gives you actually 36 inches. I always tend to err on the side of caution and do an inch or 2 less because I like to use the whole roll. I'm not one of those people that likes to have half rolls kicking around. You can, if you want, use like maybe 16 inches to 24 inches, but if you're like me and you want to use the whole roll, go 34 to 35 inches, 10 of them, okay? So I cut 10 of those, and then we're gonna take our ribbon and we're gonna cut 10 pieces of this red and white 2.5 inch and 10 pieces of this beautiful 1.5 inch snowdrift. Now you could either use your measure buddy, pull your measure buddy out at 14 inches, and you guys seen me do this many times, and you wrap it. So I'll just do 1, 2, so you pull number 1 all the way out, and that's 14 inches. So 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so you need 10. I've already done 5, so I'm doing another 5. Slide your scissors through the end, through the other end, and we got 5 pieces of ribbon. Okay, now if you don't have a measure buddy, that's okay. You can take your fabric ruler that you have down on your table, okay? Let's see if I can move it up. Put the end of your ribbon at the end of your tape measure, come up to 14 inches, hold your finger at 14 inches and fold it over, okay? It takes a little bit longer this way, but again, you don't need to have all the fancy tools. Once you start wreathing a little bit more, you may want to, invest in maybe a cutting mat or a measure buddy. But for now, you don't. So you're gonna flip it over, so that's 1, 2. Let's flip it over again. 3. 4. Hi, everybody. 5. Okay, so like I said, it just takes a little bit longer, but that's okay. You're not in a race. And once you flip them all over, you're going to cut it off the roll, and then you're going to cut the ends of each side. That's one side. So you're just cutting over where you folded. And there we go. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so you need 10 of these and 10 of these at 14 inches. Hello, our beautiful Michelle. You rock star, you. All right, so now we're gonna get our ribbons prepped. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna fold your ribbon in half, okay, with the dots towards the inside, fold it in half, make a crease, alrighty, and then you're gonna fold it again in half. Did I just go off again? And I like to use you can use your measuring tape and then put your finger at the 1 inch. Cut from the folded edge to the outside corner. All right, and then you have perfect dovetails. You're gonna do this for all your ribbons. Okay, you can also take so we'll do these 4, but all the ends up. All right, we're gonna fold them. Fold it in half lengthwise. Put your finger at the 1 inch, and we're gonna cut from the folded edge to the outer corner. Hi, Dana. Stalkers here, better late than never. Hi, Barbara Craft. How are you, honey? Deanna. Hello. Okay, we're gonna do the same on this end. Alrighty, and now we can just fold them. So that is called dovetailing your ribbon tails. So we got 5. I already have, like I said, I already have my pack here of 5. And then we're gonna do the same thing with this really pretty 1.5 inch. Both of these are a royal ribbon, so it's really good quality. All right, so you can put all the ends together, fold it in half. And again, put it on right above your measuring tape. Put your thumb at the 1 inch. I have quite a bit of ribbon on here, so it might not. Yeah, some of them. If you do too many, you don't get a really nice V. So if you have time, you could do them folding over and doing them individually, like I first did, does make a better dovetail. All right, I'm going to do this side the same, since I already did it, started the other way. There we go. All right. We are done with our ribbon tails. I'm going to fold these in half. So I do like to get all my supplies prepped before I start building the base of our wreath. It just makes life a little easier. I don't know. I have, you guys, message Hobby Lobby. Like, and I'm serious. We get this question all the time. And I think if Hobby Lobby hears from our followers about getting the other boards, they may, you know, it might ignite a fire. And because I've asked, but I don't want to be pushy, right? So maybe if you guys asked, it may do something. I don't know. Anyways, I'm making little ribbon packets, so I'm just putting the 1.5 inside the 2.5 and making a little pile here. I have suggested to them about carrying the oval, the small, the cross, the triangle, and the ring. So those are our best sellers. Okay, we are ready to go with our ribbon tails. Our mesh is cut. Let's start building this bad boy. Marlene, they went to every Hobby Lobby. I have a feeling yours probably got sold out right away. They were in every Hobby Lobby store, and they will be restocking again. They just got another large shipment shipped from us, so they will be restocking all the stores again. Alrighty, hi Joanne, let's get this going. So now you are going to take your, pull this down closer, I'm not reaching. You're gonna take this big piece of mesh that's 34 inches. Now, there's a few different ways you can do this. You could make what's called a woodland ruffle with this big piece of mesh. That is rolling in the ends of your mesh. When I do a woodland ruffle, I like to clip it. And then you're gonna roll the other end in the same amount. So count how many rolls you do. And then you're going to scrunch it right up the middle. So what this is doing is it's giving you a curl and a ruffle at the same time. Okay, so that's what it looks like. It's actually fun looking, right? So you got the curl at the end and the ruffle in the middle. Alrighty. You're gonna take where you're pinching in the center and you're gonna put it right on your board. And I'm gonna push down in the center of this and twist my pipe cleaner as tight as I can. Just twist it once, okay? Now, you can also, the way I like to do it, is I like to do it just a plain ruffle. I know Jackie from Team Unique, she likes to do the woodland ruffle. I like to do just a plain ruffle, which is taking your 34-inch piece, putting it curl down. Now, do we know what curl up is? This would be curl up, and a lot of our flowers are made like that, so if you let go, it curls up on itself, right? I like to do my big, long ruffle, curl down, and I put something heavy at the end of my mesh. All right, put it right in front of you lengthwise, and you're just going to pinch or pleat right up the center of this mesh. So what you're doing is you're pinching with your Peter pointer and your thumb. I don't know if you can notice, let me zoom down. When I ruffle, my baby finger is over here as a guide. Okay, so I pinch and I kind of pull the end or the edges back with my pinky finger. So it keeps it all lined up. That's just a little trick. And then you want to finish the end with the mesh facing down towards the table. And now we have this nice, gorgeous ruffle. And what you're going to do, where you've pinched it in the center there, we are going to again place it on to the board in between the two pipe cleaner ends. Push down in the center just to give yourself a really good tight twist, and twist it once. So it's up to you if you want to use the woodland ruffle or just a plain old ruffle, okay? I like the plain old ruffle, so I am going to redo this one. And I like the plain ruffle because I have two doors. No, actually I don't anymore. But if you have two doors, if you do a plain ruffle, your wreath is a little flatter. It's not as high as if you used a woodland ruffle. Okay, so that is basically the difference. I like to make my wreaths a little flatter because up here in Canada, pretty much everybody has a storm door. All right, so we're pinched. We got a beautiful ruffle. We're gonna put that, move this just a little bit to the side here, put it right down onto the board in between these two pipe cleaner pieces and give it a twist. So we're gonna fill up each pipe cleaner with our mesh. Well, thank you, Erica. Thanks for watching. Thank you all for all your support and watching. Hopefully, if you do watch me, you do have subscribed to my YouTube channel. Or if you watch me on Facebook, if you please have clicked that follow button. It really helps with getting our page out there on algorithms. So that's basically why a lot of us do live events, is, well, interact with you guys, but also to get good algorithms on the different platforms. Look how beautiful that is already. Isn't that pretty? Actually, these are cut at 34 inches, Chris. But you can cut them, you can even cut it up to 35 inches. Like I said, I like to use the whole roll. And look how I want a big, nice full base. I don't like to have half rolls of mesh kicking around if I can help it. So again, pinching right up the middle, but again, using these pinky fingers to kind of guide going up the center. Thanks, Chris. So I like push and then one twist. Love the ruffle. love the ruffle. Yes, Hobby Lobby only has our large boards right now. A lot of the stores are out of stock. They did, like I said, just get a big shipment sent to them, so they will be restocking. And if you love our boards and you love shopping at Hobby Lobby, get an email to them and ask them if they're going to be carrying any more. I'll probably get an email from head office scolding me for telling you guys to do that. All right. Oh, I appreciate your help, Chris. Absolutely. Thank you so much. You guys are. Now I'm putting all my mesh on and then I'll go and put my tails on. You don't have to do it like that. You can put your mesh on and then you can put your ribbon tails on as you're going around your wreath. It really doesn't matter how you do it. Probably is a bit easier to put your ribbon tails on, so I can put one on right now. Because you can't, it's hard to see the pipe cleaner because the pipe cleaner is the same color as the mesh, so sometimes it gets hard to see that. So let's just put one on and I'll show you what I mean. So I'm going to take my 2.5 inch, it's going to be on the bottom, take my 1.5 inch. I like to step mine, so I have the 1.5 inch, the bottom of it is running down the middle of the 2.5 inch at the top there. And these two creases that I made in my ribbon are lined up, and then I just pinch the middle, flip it upwards, just like that. And then I'm going to put where I've pinched it right into the pipe cleaner. So you're going to, just like your mesh, push down a little bit into the center and give it a twist. And there you go. So you can put your tails on as you're doing your ruffles. It's totally up to you. No, I did not use a wood burning tool. You can either cut it with scissors and your measuring tape or your cutting mat and a rotary cutter. All right, now we're gonna go around and put our 10 tails in. So again, I'm just putting the 1.5 inch on top of the 2.5 inch with the bottom snowdrift edge going right down the middle. These two creases are lined up. You pinch it so it kind of looks like a tie there, and you're gonna flip it upwards. So when you do it like that, I like to have, you know, my ribbon tails all going the same way. So if you step it like that, your ribbon tails will always go the same way. You won't have to think of, okay, which way, you know, are they going? Is the 2.5 inch on the outside or what? So. Oh, wow, Chris, good for you. Everybody go over to Red Wine Wreaths and go give Chris a follow. She's almost at 1,000 followers. Let's help her get there. She is a fabulous teacher and creator. So you will learn quite a bit from her as well, and she does a lot of Unique in the Creek. I don't think she does anything else with without Unique in the Creek. But she's very known for her scarecrows on a cross. She makes the most fabulous scarecrows on our cross board. And I did order more faces and ribbons, Chris, that match the faces. I did order more because when you did your scarecrow the other day, they all sold out. So I ordered more. They should be in a week. All right, so you can open up your ribbons like this, like I'm doing, or you can even do them like in an X. So if you want to show more ribbon, you can have the 2.5 inch going this way, and you can have your 1.5 inch like going this way for all your ribbons. So there's different ways you can do them. I'm sure you've seen different ways. I like them going towards the outside. It's just a thing. Next, we're going to put our sign on. Now, I had it planned to go, I'm just going to show you guys, I had it planned to go kitty corner. I'm going to do it kind of like this, okay, on the front of the wreath. So I'm going to, oh, I forgot to take out pipe cleaners for my sign. So I'm going to take one pipe cleaner, put it through the hole that I cut the jute string off of. Just twist it in the back there. And there's the other one. I was going to pop in 2 more there, but I left my hole punch in the car. So, but it's okay. This will work. I'm doing zipped pipe cleaners and zip ties on different lives just because, you know, again, for diversity. Not everybody likes to use zip ties and not everybody likes to use pipe cleaners. So I'm just going to fold this pipe cleaner in half and I'm going to put my hanger on. So I'm going to go down the hole at the top and you'll see there's our logo there, and back up. And I'm just making a little hanger. So I just put this end through this loop here All right, and then I'm just going to twist this around really tight. There we go. And now we have a hanger. It's a very strong hanger too, so. And then this is all nice and neat. This is all your customer's going to see. Okay. And now we're going to figure out where we're going to put our sign. And like I said, I wanted to do it kitty corner, so I'm going to do it right here. And I'm just going to kind of move this mesh. Now, I don't think you guys will be able to see the holes, but I can. Once I get the sign into the holes where I used, I'll flip this over so you can see. So I got it through the 2 holes. I'm just loosely giving it a twist in the back there. And then I'm going to go down here and do the same thing. There we go. Right here and right here. Okay, so yeah, they're kitty corner. So this is the very center right here. So I put the one corner, the bottom of the sign, right in the center 2 holes here. Give it a twist. And then this is the top of the sign. Now if you do have a hole punch or a metal hole punch, oh, I did it too tight, hold on. You can put a hole in the opposite corner, would be a little helpful, but I didn't want to ask the kitting department to open up all the signs and put holes in 200 and something kits. They would have killed me. Yeah, there it was right. I pulled my pipe cleaners way too tight. You just want to pull it, your sign, till you feel resistance hitting the mesh. And I didn't do that because I had it flipped over. Let's see if Dave will go and get my, what did I do? Is that right? You could also just leave the jute string in and just pipe cleanered it up at the top as well. You don't want to fuss like I am. There we go. Okay, sign is on. I probably can cut these. Now, if you do have a hot glue gun, what you can do when you're finished your wreath, if you don't have a hole punch that you can put a punch over here, we can put a little bit of hot glue down there when we're finished, put a little bit of hot glue on each of those corners, and then just push it down. That will keep it secured as well. But it is wired into our wreath, so we're good to go. So this is the top. I am going to go around and cut these pipe cleaners off, because I don't think I'm going to use them. And don't worry, we won't see all this blank space. We're going to be doing something. So I'm just cutting the pipe cleaners off. And don't do it too close to the knot or where you've twisted, because you don't want it to undo in case you didn't do it tight enough. But you just cut them and push them down. You can just use scissors as well to cut. Just don't use your ribbon scissors. You don't want to dull them. So we're going to go around and just cut these off. Put my gingies. This is where the fun stuff comes in now. So I was gonna put my gingies, one here, right in the top corner here. Now you guys can put them wherever you want. You could even put one maybe here and then down here. However you want to do it. I already had it planned with having both of them up in the top right here. And there I did. I cut my pipe cleaner and I need it for my gingies. All right, so I did cut down the stems of the gingerbread. If you have a wire cutter, try and use that to cut them, or even the end nippers if you guys got end nippers. You can use scissors as well. Just wiggle them back and forth and it will cut the wire. I'm just using these. Okay, so I'm going to put one this way and cross the other one this way. I'm also going to use a little bit of hot glue in there as well. So I do like the placement of them, and I'll show you where I place them when I flip the board over. Now I did pipe cleaner them in, so they are in there, but I also am going to add just a little bit of hot glue just right over top of the pipe cleaner and the two where it's crisscrossed. And where I went in with them, so there's the center. They are right in this pipe cleaner here. If you're looking at the back, they're to the left. Okay, so we skipped that one and they're right here. And then we'll bend them up once the glue is dry. Dave brought my hole punch. I got this hole punch on Amazon. It's fairly cheap, I think it was $6. But you can punch holes into your own signs. Just like that. That was pretty easy. So then you can put 4 pipe cleaners in to give it a little more strength. Okay. All right, we are moving on. So we got our gingies in, and now we're gonna do something with these fun things. Now we have this space right here, and then we have this larger space right here. What we're gonna do with these space, we're gonna make some, what I call a funky bow. You don't need no, this actually said metal hole punch. It's very tiny. Like I said, I got it on Amazon. It was fairly cheap. I think it was like $6 or something. So I'm gonna make what I call funky bow, and we're gonna put these little pick things in the middle of our funky bow. So you're gonna take your ribbon, and we got tons of ribbon left. Like, look how much ribbon is left still. So we got lots to play with. I'm going to cut 13-inch piece of 2.5 inch. So I have it on the 10. So 13-inch piece of this one, 13-inch piece of the 1.5. And should I do another one? Yeah, might as well. We've got lots of ribbon. I'm going to do another one. This time I'll do, no, I'll keep both 13. 13 and 13. Now, you do not have to do it this way. You can make bows, or you can put some more tails, whatever you want, okay? This is an easy way to put some ribbons and give it some more color and get rid of some of this space here without having to make an actual bow. Alrighty, so what we're going to do is, again, we are going to fold our ribbon tails in half again, and then fold them down the middle, each one. And we're going to crisscross them over top of a pipe cleaner, and we're going to kind of make what it's like I don't know, I call it a funky bow. It's just like a ribbon tail bow. And then we'll put this as the center of our bow. It'll look really fun. Put the 1.5 inch down the middle of the 2.5 inch. We'll crisscross those so you make like a X, right? Then you're going to take one of your pipe cleaners. Yes, this is the perfect way to get to use some scraps. So if you have additional ribbon at home, you can add like maybe some green or something, a solid green or something. You can add into your bow some of your scrap ribbons. And then you're going to pinch it in the middle just like that. You're going to cut your pick. Leave a little piece of the wire, bend it in half as well. Bend it so it's like an L shape. And we're going to put the pipe cleaner right on the elbow of that bend there, and then scrunch this up and then put, there we go. Tighten it and then pull it all up like this and give it a twist. Now what you can also do, if you don't feel comfortable just leaving the L shape into your pipe cleaner, you can just put a little bit of glue as well right in the center of your bow, just like that. Okay, and we'll put that to the side, let the glue dry, and we're going to make 2 more of those. We're making 2 more of these, so we need 4. I'm going to use my measure buddy. So you're going to pull number 1 out to 13 inches. So I need 4 more of these. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And if you don't have a measure buddy, you can just use your measuring tape or your cutting mat. Okay. We still have a 1/2 roll. So we won't be using any more ribbon. So you do have a 1/2 roll of that left, and you'll have a 1/2 roll of this one left too. And don't forget to cut the tag off. Nobody wants no tags hanging off their picks. Give it a shake. Open up those loops. The 3 balls are in the center. Balls. And then give it a bend. There we go. Okay. So let's make one of these things again. So it worked out well, just putting the 2 ribbons on top of each other. Get a pipe cleaner. Fold your pipe cleaner in half. We're going to slide the pipe cleaner, that L shape. And like somebody said, you can push it up. I'm going to wait till my glue dries, but you can close the circle here of the wire. But this is really tough wire, my friends. I'm just gluing it. glued it. And then I'm going to scrunch the middle where this X is. Put that whole thing right on top and hold tight. Push this all up and twist. There we go. There's another one, and we have one more. Oh, I'm the queen of mistakes. I don't even redo my videos and edit the mistakes out. Nobody got time for that. Everybody makes mistakes. And if you see anybody that thinks they're the perfect crafter, you let them come talk to me. All right, I'm making another X. I'm gonna get another pipe cleaner. Fold it in half. Put it on the, you can even give it a one twist with your pipe cleaner too. Make sure it doesn't slide off while you're doing this. Pinch this in the middle. And we're going to put that right in the center and twist it around. Again, if you have any scraps, like some green would be perfect in here. Add a little bit of some of your own stuff. Okay, now I'm going to add a bit of glue. And if you don't have a hot glue and glue sticks, don't worry about it. It is in there pretty well without the glue. I'm just doing this as a precaution, and it won't come out for sure. The only way it would come out without the glue is if somebody actually yanked on it. That's a little bit long there. All right, now we're going to go put them in. This one is the one I did first. It is dry. The glue. So I'm going to put one here, one over here. I'm going to take the two ends or bottoms of these pipe cleaners. And I'm going to put just, this area right here is where I want to put it. So I'm just going to kind of move the mesh, and I can see two holes right there where I want this little bow thing. Oh, that's cute, see? Look how cute that is. Okay, there's one. Then I want one over here. And voila, that space is gone without having to put a ton of supplies in. Now you can add, you know, candies into this if you have some, ornaments. You can add all kinds of stuff. Like you could put some ornaments like right here and right here. Like you can add other stuff. I have to keep the kits affordable. So I try and add as much as I can to the kits without them being too pricey, right? So I'm just kind of pulling on the back until I feel some resistance, okay, and then twist. Okay, and then we're going to do the last one up here, and then we can open everything up. Oh, and I'm going to put another two pipe cleaners, I think, right here. No, I'm just going to glue them, even though I put the holes there. I just wanted to show you guys, you can get one of these hole punches and just punch two holes if you want. I'm actually just going to use some hot glue. So my gingies are here. I am going to put this third one right here. And I will flip it over so you guys can see where I've put these little funky bows. This is getting quite large. All right, so this is the top. This is for my sign. So my sign is fine. I'm going to cut the ends of this off, put them back down the hole. This is the one funky bow at the top. Cut the ends off and put them back down the holes. We want everything nice and clean on the back. This is the other part of my sign, the other pipe cleaner on my sign. So I'm going to cut that off. Thanks, Chris. Okay, and then there's another funky bow. So I did one right in the center of the top, one right in the center of the bottom, one over to the right because my gingies are over, no, one to the left, sorry, and then my gingies are at the right. So it's pretty much kitty corner. Even though I only used 3 bows, I did that to balance off where I put the gingerbreads up here. And that's why I did those 2 funky bows at the bottom. It'll all balance itself. So there's the one, and then this is the last funky bow. And there we go. We are now done the wreath. Now it's just tidying it up. So like I said, I'm going to put a little bit of hot glue on the bottom. Just the corner of this sign here. God damn, it's got heavy feet. And just press that down. Just clip it so I don't have to hold it. Okay, we want all our ribbon tails nice. And then your bow, you're going to start opening and pulling the ribbon tails. And you kind of want to pull it up and then just kind of curve it down. And have a couple that are going over the sign a little bit. And then open up your loops in the center of your funky bow. Super cute and really easy way to do this. Look how cute. Isn't that awesome? There's the one. You guys see that? With our little gingies. Pull up some of this mesh so you can see it. We want to see this beautiful mesh too. We don't want it all covered up. Spin it around. Get your tails nice. And that you can see why I do my tails towards the outside. It gives the wreath a big, like a larger, more grand appearance. And that worked just splendidly. All right, we're gonna work on this bow again now. So again, open the tails up, curve them so they look nice. And that's a really fun bow with all the loops and stuff in the middle. And super easy to make, right? See, I told you guys, trust the process. And then we got this one. tug on those things. They're in there. It's wired with that pipe cleaner. You can give it a tug. And we just filled in some of that space. And like I said, if you have a little bit of green ribbon extra, like an emerald or something, that would look fab. I have to loosen up here with the sign. The sign is the biggest pain in my tootkis, and I bet you everybody can agree that putting signs on, no matter what kind of wreath frame you have, are a pain in the arse. Pain in me arse. I think I needed a little bit of green. I would just add a few green ornaments, to be honest with you. And that's all I would add. It's got a lot going on by itself. So anyways, it's 28 inches long and 22 inches wide. Well, I have my gingies standing up. So where is, let's see, my ruler. These have to be opened up more, but so I would have to go by the top of the gingies, and it is 5 inches. 5 inches to the top of the gingies. Now you could put the gingies in, you know, sideways. You could even take them off the wiring and just glue them on. So if you know, you don't want to use the pick on them, cut the wire right off. And you can just put a little slit in the back of your gingy and put a pipe cleaner through it and flatten it. Actually, I should have did that. Let's try it. I know Dave said supper's ready, but that's okay. Let's try it. Oh, it came right off. Look at that. Now, look, they come right off. Perfect. Okay, let's do something different. Ready? Let's take the back of them. We're going to pinch. Okay, if you don't want watch the gingy surgery, turn your head. I'm going to just take my scissor and poke where I pinched, just like that. And it's like, you stabbed me. Take your pipe cleaner and put it right through the back of your gingy. And there you just made a wreath pick. I know, ouch. So we can maybe put one here. And oh, yeah, that'll work perfect. Do the same thing for the boy. Just be careful when you're doing with your scissors. You don't want to cut right through the felt, because that's all it is felt and stuffing. Gingy's head hurts. Okay, I'm going to go down right here and right over top of that pipe cleaner, right there. Right there. Oh, that works so much better. Because my friends, these wires, they're thick. Oh, doesn't that look better? Okay, so she's on. And then I'm going to put him where they originally were. And then I probably just took an inch off of it. So it will fit through a storm door. Aww. And now they're holding hands. Somewhat. he's in there. There. Just don't put them down too tight, right? So they get lost. But anyways, something like that. It's super cute. I think I like it better like them flat. And now our wreath is, now once these get opened like they're supposed to, now our wreath is about 4 inches. Told you I would take it. Yeah, 4 inches. And there's, we'll just put these back down the hole. Make everything clean. Anyways, play with it. You'll probably come up with something too. There we go. We're all nice and clean on the back. And there's our front. Yay, I love it. Much better. I like it like that. All right, that's it. That's all I got for you today. I hope you guys enjoyed this and you learned a little something, even if it's, you know, resealing the end of the pipe cleaner bag. I just hope you learned something. All right, everybody, have a great rest of your evening, and we'll see you soon. Bye, everybody.